Hello and welcome to another edition of Vinyl Night. I'm your man on the scene, Johnny C. Tonight's episode, Admit It. Go ahead, admit it. And while we're admitting it, I like to use the fine Fender line of musical instruments. Sorry about that. Like the Squier Mini. Nice short neck on there. Save it for the grandkid someday when he gets a little older and wants to start shredding. Good guitar to start on. The Fender Squier Mini. Fender Electronic Instruments since 1946. Every once in a while I'm out perusing the record stores, I might run into a record or two that's slightly different than the usual record. And the records that I'm about to take a look at now are ones that basically have advertisements. They're basically an advertisement, and the music is kind of secondary to the advertisement. One such record that I found in my travelings, thank you very much, is this one. Don't settle for Uptight Stereo. And take a gander at that family there. They are not happy. That is not a happy group there because they don't want to settle for Uptight Stereo. What this ends up being is an advertisement for Sylvania Stereos, Sylvania Stereo System. There's a lot of technical information here, microphones, etc., etc., frequencies down here, stereo placements, a lot of information going on in here. And this is one of my favorites right here, is this little chart right here, is the Sylvania 6-inch stereo speaker is equal to a 10-inch conventional speaker. And we go through there until we get to the bottom, and we get to the 15-inch Sylvania speaker, and nothing comparable. No ordinary speaker is comparable to the 15-inch Sylvania. They just don't make it. And of course, what this leads us to is a happy family enjoying the Sylvania stereo. There's Dad smoking his pipe. Hopefully it's just tobacco. There's Mom. She's reading a book there. We have one youngster playing with the dog, and the two in the front there are getting ready to slip on a record on their fine Sylvania system where everybody's going to be happy. Thanks. And of course, there's no mention on there on what the track listing is or what the music is going to be. So on the inside, there is program notes on the inner sleeve. We have program notes. It's the Sylvania Golden Time demonstration record. And there's a couple of songs on here that I recognize, and a couple of them that I don't. I have no idea who's doing them. I think there's a couple of names on the record here that tell you who it is. And it's a Golden Time, golden colored, Golden Time vinyl, yellow vinyl. Oddly enough, I that's one thing that I never really collected or looked for is colored vinyl. I don't have any colored vinyl. This might be the only record that I have that's a piece of colored vinyl, and who would have thought it would be on the Sylvania Golden Time advertisement record. Thank you very much. Another album that I found when I was out and about. I had to pick this one up because every now and then I need to know the personal power of creative selling through creative selling. And that, of course, is Elmer G. Letterman, a world's best known insurance salesman. Whether or not that's true, boy oh boy, I don't know. But he was a well-known insurance salesman back in the day. And of course, you have the whole gamut of things to get you going here. How to personal power of creative selling, little tidbits here and there. what you'll find on this terrific album. You'll find know-how and know yourself, turn effort into profit, dare to believe. Are you ready for today? Planning is the best technique for self-management, etc., etc. The only thing that I'm really missing on here is it says that it's supposed to contain a little booklet that has a transcript of what's on the album, and that unfortunately didn't happen to be inside of here, unless it was outside wrapped up on, I don't know, but either way I don't have it, so that means I have to listen to the record now to find out how to get some personal power through creative selling. Thank you very much. Another one that I did find while perusing, Good Housekeeping. Good Housekeeping magazine wants to get you fit. So they have a plan for reducing your weight off the record. You use the record, it's aerobics. It's Richard Simmons and aerobics and all the rest of the aerobics people that dance to the songs. Good Housekeeping was doing it way back when. Of course, you have to have your calorie guide on the record to let you know how much calorie you're consuming when you're eating while you're listening to the record. And of course, there was no track listing on there, so we have track listings on the record here. We have the Yellow Rose of Texas, Pop Goes the Weasel, Little Brown Jug, Swanee River. Who does the songs? I have no idea. But, of course, along with the track listings, we do have the informational little booklet there. Here's some facts on how to reduce your weight there, and questions and answers. Little guide there. Should I exercise? That's number one. Okay. Back here they give you an idea on how to hold your posture, how to sit and hold your posture. Important, you know. Desirable weights for women, age 25 and older. So if you're 25 years old and you're 5'7" and you have a small frame, you should be weighing between 126 and 136 pounds. Then, of course, on the inside, we have the dance moves to go with the song. So, Pop Goes the Weasel, that's exercise there, that's your waist. So at least they gave you the dance moves there that you're supposed to try and follow while you listen to the songs. There you go. I need to lose a few pounds myself. And of course, what we found was how to have yourself some beautiful hair with the Breck Hootenanny album. It's Breck Hootenanny. And then of course on the back here we have the Hootenanny people and some of the fine Breck products. And I was just kind of thinking to myself, really, Breck and Hootenanny. Somebody must have been a fan, somewhere. How did they cross? I don't know. It's the Rooftop Singers on here, the Dillards, Ian and Sylvia, the Weavers. I guess the cash must have been correct for that placement. Thank you very much. Next over here we have, we have Oldsmobile. Oldsmobile Spotlights. The new stars in action. And of course there's a wheel on here. And we have the stars in action. This one is a little bit more subdued. More of a, actual kind of record here, but it is the Oldsmobile Spotlight. Thank you very much. And of course we have, not to be outdone, On the Move. And this would look like a regular compilation record until you flipped it over and you found it's the Chevrolet of the 70s. Ooh, sweet vehicles there. Vehicles of the 70s. The Monte Carlo. I happen to own a Monte Carlo. It was a 77 Monte Carlo. Kind of the light blue colored one. It's a Caprice here. Chevelle down there. Man, wouldn't we love to have those vehicles laying around the old shack yet. Chevrolet. Dionne Warwick, Glenn Campbell, and Burt Bacharach. Thanks very much. And of course, what happened here? Oh, I'm sorry. I got ahead of my horse a little bit. I put the horses ahead. Lee Jeans presents the best of live from the Lone Star Cafe. Wherever the Lone Star Cafe is, I don't know. I didn't look that up, but it's Lee Ryder Genuine Jeans. And of course there isn't any listing on here. That's what I was doing there. I was getting the record out. And this is the vinyl, live from the Lone Star Cafe. It's kind of an odd collection of artists here. You have Billy Swan. And then a little further down you have New Riders of the Purple Sage. And of course, that's followed by Muddy Waters. Okay. Some of the artists on the other side here. Johnny Winter. All right. Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley. Kinky Friedman. Kinky Friedman is on here. Johnny Paycheck, Asleep at the Wheel. Interesting collection of people on that one. Another album that I happened to find that I had to pick up is Delightful Duets. Okay, so you take a look at the front cover on that and you wonder, Delightful Duets. From Swanson. Swanson TV Dinner. Delightful Duets. Okay, well that makes perfectly good sense, doesn't it? And on the inside you get a nice advertisement on the chicken duets, and you get all sorts of temptation pictures there. Some good food to chew on, but not a mention at all on the record of who is on the Delightful Duet record. And then, so of course we have to look on here, Delightful Duets from Swanson. And can you see that? Maybe I shouldn't even bother trying to forget it. We have a Gershwin tune, Rodgers and Hammerstein, Hammerstein and Kern, and on one side here it's all classical. It's Beethoven, Bach, Handel, but they're delightful duets. Enjoy your Swanson TV dinners while you're listening to that record. Thank you very much. This one doesn't really, it's not really specifically a Budweiser advertisement. The only really thing that says Budweiser on there is that bottle of Budweiser, but it sure is placed rather prominently in there. Where There's Life. Okay, and one of the main things here is that we're not about to tell you exactly when and where to play this record, but for the happiest listening, play it where there's life. So go out and have your couple of cocktails, and it's a Where There's Life party record. Boy, oh boy. A lot of these songs on here I'm not familiar with at all. Oh, but it is a new orthophonic high fidelity recording, so we're not screwing around here. Have a couple of Budweisers and slip this on, and then there's life going on. Thank you very much. Put the glasses down, no hair. Another one that we found that is a little more direct than that one. Let's Bacardi Party. There we go. Now we're going to get rolling. Let's get right to the basics on this one. This is a Let's Bacardi Party. And of course, it's got the world's greatest recording stars on it. And it will tell you what a Bacardi Party is. And to tell you a little bit of what a Bacardi Party is, glad you asked what a Bacardi Party is. Who invented the Bacardi Party? A Bacardi Party is a beautiful mix of your favorite drinks made with Bacardi rum, spiked with the enticing party music on this exciting new LP collector's album, Let's Bacardi Party. So whip this on here. I mean, we have a little Keely Smith, Jack Jones. The Four Freshmen have to be on a party album, that's for sure. Ray Anthony, Harry James, Jonah Jones, Woody Herman, etc., etc. You're gonna snap at the party when you put the Let's Bacardi Party album on. Thank you very much. Ultra high fidelity besides. And then after you're partying all night long, maybe you need to wind down a little bit to take it a little easier. This one we have is called Softly. And you look at the cover and it's just like, okay, maybe it looks like it's supposed to be sleepy time kind of stuff. That's the conveyance, right? Down in the very bottom corner, it says Jackie Gleason. So I guess it must be the Jackie Gleason Orchestra playing all sorts of songs for you on the front cover. And then on the back, yep, that explains everything on the back cover. It's 2 reasons why you and your patients can rest assured with Placidil. That's right. We're going to take us a little Placidil right out. After all that Bacardi, well, maybe you shouldn't mix it with the Bacardi Party. Maybe you better save this one for one of those nights when you're not sleeping very good. Whip on the old Placidil. There we go. Sleep is a natural as any drug can provide. You get good sleep from that, and just as good as being able to sleep all on your own. In short, Placidil can be used almost any time when sleep is in therapy. Thank you very much. I don't think that drug is on the market anymore. And then last but not least, something else that goes with that. This one is called Symposium in Blues. It has a list of artists on here. Huddie Ledbetter, Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, Joe Williams, and, on the back, there's an explanation of everybody and the artists and what they do. But you don't know what's going on. If you would have bought this album, I don't think you would have had any idea what was going on until you opened the inside. And damn! Ellaville. Yes, sir. Since 1961. Ellaville. It's a therapy, antidepressant. There we go. The leading antidepressant. Highly effective, well tolerated. Oh, yeah. There you go. Ellaville. Thank you very much. So, that is tonight's episode. I think I'm going to pop me a couple of Ellaville and just drift off to Never Neverland. Good night.